We're live. Hello.
Hello.
I'm Ash.
And I'm Fatima.
And this is Fatash. And I don't know how long it's been. It's been a while again.
Has it been a month?
Probably. I don't know. You know, life be lifing, Mike be arting, so he can't always run the show. And I'm not going to do it without him because I am lazy. But what about you?
I support you.
Thank you.
Okay, that's too bright. Let's calm that down and make me my natural color. Okay, this is better.
You're looking very pink. That's great. So, Mike, play my music.
He's gone.
I know.
He's gone already.
God damn it, let me do it. I think I'm assuming control. Well, while I do that, how have you been?
I've been okay. I've been getting lots and lots of sun. Can you tell that I'm darker?
If this is darker, yeah. I hate to see you in the winter because it's not that much darker than what I'm used to.
But I am. Well, I've been going outside.
Okay. You can have that.
Even though I probably shouldn't be. I've been going outside in the apocalypse. Because air quality is still...
Is it still bad? Like,
yes, it is. There's an alert today.
Oh,
there's an alert for today and tomorrow.
I was out today. Like, it's not as bad as when it was looking hazy outside a couple weeks ago.
It was hazy yesterday, at least.
I was outside yesterday too. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to it.
So we were coming back from golf yesterday, and Dad was like, "What is that?" And I said, "Dad, that's the sun." He was like, "That's what the sun looks like under this, under all this air pollution."
Wow, what did it look like?
I said, "Yeah, that's the moon."
Oh, it was like really white or something.
It looked like an orange moon and not like the sun.
Oh, well, okay, I was gonna say sometimes the moon does that, but the sun looking orange, not like a white. Yeah, that is concerning. The eye of Sauron is in the sky.
Yeah.
Well.
So I've been golfing.
This happens every weekend because my mom will ask me, what did you do this weekend? And I will blank out. I'm like,
You did so much fun stuff.
No, not even. Oh, okay. I went to the movies yesterday by myself.
Oh, okay. I fully support that.
Yes. Leaving the house, touching grass, all that. So
have you ever told that to somebody and they responded in the wrong way?
What? That I went outside and touched grass or suggested somebody go and touch grass?
No. I once told a friend that I had gone to see a movie by myself and she was like, "Oh my God, I would feel so lonely." And I was like, no matter who you go with, you're going to be sitting
quietly
in
the dark, hopefully quietly, maybe a few ad libs, which I still do that myself. I will go to a movie by myself and still be making like, oh shit, ooh, go, ooh.
Appropriate for somebody to try to be in your ear having a whole conversation anyway. We're all going to be alone in the dark once they turn off the lights. I don't understand why it isn't more socially acceptable to go to the movies alone, especially if other people do not want to go see the movie that you want to go see. I have been.
Yeah. Because again, proper etiquette in the movie theater is to not be talking anyway. But I will crack jokes every now and then, depending on what I'm watching, to the person next to me.
Yeah.
But there are also some movies I need to take in by myself. So I saw Across the Spider-Verse 3 times. The first time by myself, and the audio quality was not the best. The second time I went again by myself, and I went to see it in Dolby, so the sound was better, And I got a poster, so that was cool. And it was matinee, so I didn't spend a whole lot of money. The first time I saw it, I also saw it for like $5 because I had a coupon, so that was also great. And then the third time, I saw it for like 7 times, and this time, I went with my friend on 4th of July, and we like were kikiing together as we watched it, because she also saw it by herself the first time too, because oftentimes it's just a scheduling thing. Like, we're adults, and trying to coordinate with other working adults, even if you have a live-in partner, you're not always gonna coordinate, and sometimes you just want to go watch shit on your time when you have time to do it, especially if you're on the internet and you're trying to avoid spoilers and shit. So she saw it on her day off, I saw it on my day off, or like right after I got off of work. And now that we both knew what the movie was about and it was an enjoyable time worth seeing multiple times, we didn't mind seeing it together, because we were like cracking jokes with each other about the parts of the movie that we like. But seeing a movie by yourself that first time, like, it's almost necessary, especially if it's a movie with like subtitles. I especially need all my attention on screen so I can read and take in what's happening on scene. Yeah, and that's what happened with Psycho-Pass. I saw Psycho-Pass Providence. I don't think you ever finished the first season of Psycho-Pass, did you?
I didn't finish the first episode, I don't think.
Yeah.
So,
I was just talking to Mike about this. Psycho-Pass, their release schedule has been very weird. So it's been like, it was like season 1, season 2, movie about what happened between season 1 and season 2, season 3, and now this prequel movie to season 3 that has just come out as of 2023, and season 3 came out in 2019. So there was stuff happening in season 3 that you just had to roll with, because you had no idea who these new characters were, why these new characters were here, why people were in jail. You just had to roll with it. And it did a decent enough job of like, we're not explaining what happened, but you don't really need to know for the events of this movie to take place. Like, as long as you know what the Sybil system is, what an enforcer is, what a detective is, and what a dominator is, and what your Psycho-Pass Hugh is, you can go into season 3 fine. Like, the bare minimum is you need to have seen season 1, honestly. So my advice to you before you get into Psycho-Pass would definitely be watching all of season 1, watching the first movie, then watching season 2, then watching the second movie, and then watching season 3.
You should post a schedule somewhere. That's what like Buffy the Vampire Slayer fans do for each other, because like Buffy is also split up in a weird way, because like Buffy is a complete story by itself, and Angel is a complete story. But Angel, like, he started off on Buffy, and then he had
and then
like
became like a spin-off.
But then some of their episodes like interact with one another, and if you watch them out of order, then you'll get spoilers and stuff, or you won't understand like what's happening or why.
Yeah.
So like there's like a schedule now that you can follow.
Yeah, and Psycho-Pass isn't that unfollowable without the movies. It just gives you more context to what's going on, so you care more, because like the new characters they introduced in season 3, they were cool. I just didn't care about them as much as I did the other enforcers we were introduced to in like the first and second season. And I'm like, I want to see more of them. Where are they? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, all that to say, I am one of the few people I think even still keeps up with this series. When I saw the movie, there was only like 4 of us in the theater. There was like a group of 3 that came. One dude came by himself, and then there was me in the top row by myself. So, and once again, the theater I went to has trash mixing. I don't know why I keep giving this damn theater a chance outside of the fact that it's just close to my house. But I'm gonna have to I need to not. either that or I have to do like a Dolby screening every time, because like if it was not for the subtitles, I don't think I would be able to follow what was happening, because sometimes the music and sound effects were louder than the dubbing, and it was but it was cool. Mm-hmm. But yeah, normalize doing shit by yourself.
Yeah,
like sometimes it's like it's too much pressure
you know
to
what
be
else?
with someone else.
Yeah.
And trying to make sure that they're not bored and all that, because God forbid you're with somebody and you just want to sit in silence when you're eating your food. Now they feel like you're mad at them or something. I'm like, no, I'm just trying to enjoy my fucking food and my mouth is full. Like,
people misinterpreting the silence of introverts. Like,
oh my god, girl,
all the time. As if it's their job. As if it's their only job. Like, this motherfucker's being quiet.
Man, let's just be quiet together. As Jill Scott said, or maybe we could.
That's the introvert's like love language. Like, let's be quiet together.
Let's be quiet together. I will. Look, we could be in the same room, and I will text you something. I'll text you a meme. You know, the only time I ever have issues with one of my friends, she's kind of neurodivergent, and she'll be like mid-sentence and will just stop. Mm-hmm. And I'm like concerned, because I'm like, did she see something? Like, I'm looking behind me like, what caught her attention? And it's no, she just left the conversation.
Dissociating while speaking is a thing.
I don't take offense. I'm just like, do I need to get up and run? Did you see a threat? What is happening? So I'm like,
no, I'm just done with that thought now. I thought I wanted to express
but it wasn't even done with a thought. It was just like mid-thought. So I'll be like, did you want to?
Yeah, but no.
Did you want to finish?
The thought might be complete, but she wasn't done expressing it. But she felt like she was done expressing it, so she just stopped.
Yeah. I was like, did you want to finish that? She's like, I don't even remember what it was anymore. I'm like, okay, it's whatever, you know. Sometimes she'll just be like sketching in her sketchbook. I'm like, okay, cool. Less work for me. Like, god damn. Like, I want more of this. Like, can we just be?
Oh my god.
Just be.
You know what else is a thing that people say or think is a group thing, but is, in my mind, always a preferable alone thing?
What's that?
Shopping.
Oh my god. Girl, I had a friend who would call me up just to go with her while she went shopping. I'm the complete opposite. If I'm going shopping, I will warn you I'm going shopping. And when I shop, I compare prices. Like, don't let me be in a mall. I will compare 2 different stores for a fit or the outfit. Or like if I go to a convention and I'm trying to compare prices on the big ass dealer floor that I just walked 45 minutes and now I gotta remember the booth and what the price was at one booth for the same item, because I don't want to spend $2 more here because I saw it for $2 less somewhere else. I'm gonna drive you crazy. I'm not putting you through that. I don't like putting myself through it.
Also, I don't know what happened or when it happened, but I do not do like shopping for entertainment. Like if I'm shopping, like I have
window shopping.
Yeah, like I have a, because you can, maybe it's the internet, because I can window shop at home. Like I can scroll at home. If I'm like physically taking myself there,
I better be leaving with something.
I want what's on my list, and I don't want to sit around and like watch you also shop. Yeah. Like I just want to get my things.
It's rare that I'm gonna want you to get me something as well.
No, I just,
you know, like I usually agree to go shopping with other people because it's probably been a week since I've had human contact, let alone have been outside. So I'm like, I should probably be social. Let me go outside, and I'll, tag along, and then I end up being like their personal assistant because I'm like, reminding them of everything they just listed off. Like, okay, so I need to go to the market, and then I gotta go to this store, and I gotta go to this store, and let it be on a Sunday, and I gotta remind them, like, okay, it's 3:00, and most stores close at 6, so you've got like 20 minutes in this store. You said you needed to get this out of the store. Are you still trying to go to this other store because they close in 4 minutes? Like, and this is not them asking me
that I haven't had fun shopping with other people, like. But it was often when we went to the mall with the intent of shopping and then didn't do it. Like, I remember.
Wow.
Me and my friend went to the mall. We're like, okay, we're going to get a jump on our Christmas shopping. We're going to, buy these gifts for our loved ones or whatever. Yeah. Or we're just going to look around and see if we can, like, think of something to get our people or whatever. And what we actually did was we went to the mall and we were like, ooh, bookstore. And we went to the bookstore and fucked around in the bookstore for 3 hours. And then we were like, okay, now I'm hungry. And then while we were eating, we were like, huh? What do you mean?
Intentionally, right? Like,
no,
we wanted to be in the bookstore, or she wanted to be.
No, we were going shopping, but then we both got distracted by the bookstore.
Oh,
and just stayed in there for 3 hours, and then decided we were hungry. So then we went to a restaurant, and then we got drunk at the restaurant.
I don't know. That sounds like a fun time to me. Like, it's one thing if y'all both. Like, it's one thing if one person derailed you and you've been trying to get them back on track the whole time. No. But y'all were both on the same page of let's be distracted bitches and get drunk.
Yes.
So that's more fun. Yeah. It's when we both have our own separate list that we need to get done, and you're holding me up from doing my list. Like, I'm outside of horror movies, I'm all about let's split up.
But we also, get to the mall. I'm very often like not shopping to shop, to be like, oh, let's like look around or whatever.
Yeah, no,
like,
I have
a list and I can hit like 4 or 5 stores in 2 hours, and then I want to leave. Like
half the time too, I'm very much a order online, pick up in store bitch. Have my shit at the counter, and oftentimes there's a discount when you do that.
Yes.
On top of the fact that I also have a browser extension that gives me additional points for some stores that have brick and mortar stores, but if you order online, I get like additional flight miles on top of using my credit card that gives me flight miles. And you've got order online, pick up in store.
Yeah.
Bitch. Yeah, I'm doing that. But yeah, definitely I have to have a list just for like time constraints, keeping me from spending too much money. Like, I rarely like to do impulse buys. Like, an impulse buy for me might be getting some food. That'll be an impulse buy, but like any item, I need to have done research on it at some point before I pick it up in the store. Like, I actually just purchased a new perfume. I finally have a new scent.
Okay.
That doesn't sound evil, because all the scents I had been looking at, my friend said I was in my villain era. So,
how do you smell evil?
Like, all of the scents are described as dark. They have dark, they use musk, they use patchouli. So scents that use that are considered like dark, and so a lot of the brand names use kind of dark names for it. So one of the scents that I am using, but is discontinued, is called Sinner. And then the other one I was looking into was Lady Vengeance by Juliet Has a Gun. I'm like, this just sounds so evil. Or so it would be like Dark Poison, and I'm like, Jesus, like I don't want to actually sound villainous when people are like, ooh, what are you wearing? Like, I like being dark and mysterious, but like, So I ended up with a scent called Black Tulip by Nest New York. I'm like, okay, that sounds pretty. I'm black. And it's a flower. It works. And it smells so good. I'm wearing it now. Oh my God. It's like a It's like a feminine cologne. It's so good. It's kind of scent. It's like, man, I should have a man so he can be all up on me. Smelling this goodness. I want to walk by and people just smell me and be like, ooh, what was that? Ooh. Who was that? I think someone did actually smell it the other day when I was at the train. This woman was, I was like sitting on a bench opposite of a guy, and this woman sat next to the guy, and I was like, my back was essentially to his, the way the bench is set up on the train. And the woman sat next to him was like, oh, your cologne smells good. I'm like, since he ain't wearing no cologne, that's me. But I'm not going to tell you. Like, because I had sat down next to that dude. And if he was actually wearing a cologne worth noting, I would have smelled it. Because I was literally like back to back to him. And then she sat next to him. But she was probably smelling me because I could smell me. Smelling myself. Anyway. But yeah, shopping with another person. Yeah, like, it can be annoying.
Then the stops that they want to make, like,
yes,
I can go in like with my plan, and then they can be like, I need to use the bathroom.
Yeah,
like,
if they invited you, you are beholden to whatever stops they want to make, especially if they were driving. So I have to make sure that whatever I'm trying to do overlaps with what they're trying to do, or I'm just an open agent and I'm just here for the ride. And like I said, that's
like if I'm just here for the ride, then I don't care. But
and that's how it turns into me being their personal assistant, because oftentimes than not, the person who is asking me to go shopping with them are absent-minded people. They're not the ones who are making lists like you and I. They don't have color block schedules in their calendar like I do. They will have things that they want to do, and they will just try to keep it in their heads, knowing good and goddamn well they are going to forget whatever it was they just said an hour ago. But I remember. The North remembers. So here I am just telling them what they told me, like, and not even on purpose, because some people just be saying stuff out loud for themselves, but I clock it, and then they're always surprised when I remember things for them, like, oh my god, you have such a good memory. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, my barber was surprised I remembered he said when his birthday was.
Aww.
Which I didn't really remember. I just told him, like, I will probably be making another appointment at the end of July. And he's like, oh yeah, that's my birthday month. So I'm like, okay, that's his birthday month. He didn't give me a date, but I'm gonna need to double check with him to make sure he can still see me, because maybe he'll have plans, So that was just in my mind. And he happened to check in with me earlier in the month to see how I was doing. Hold on. Shut up, phone. How I was doing with my hair. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm doing good. So you go ahead and enjoy your birthday this month. And he's like, how do you know my birthday's in July? I was like, you literally said it at our last appointment. He's like, oh, you got a good memory. I'm like,
yeah.
Why wouldn't I remember that? I have
Maybe
things.
you like him now.
No, this is an older dude. I think he might be gay. But either way, me clocking stuff like that is just me being considerate of people. I have something I'm trying to do in July. You have an important event coming up in July. You're practically like a freelance barber. I'm trying not to inconvenience you, and I'm trying not to be inconvenienced by you living a life. So yes, I remember that you said your birthday was in July. Like, but it's little things like that where people are like, oh my god, you were actually listening? Oh my god. Like, people are just not listening to each other. And it's like a breath of fresh air when someone actually retains the shit that you tell them. Let alone, like, important stuff, like dates like your birthday or your favorite things. I always try to remember that, because I know most people don't remember that for me.
I'm frustrated this year.
Ooh, why's that?
Because I guess climate change fucked up the peaches in Atlanta. So now, like, the peaches don't look, I don't know, they don't look good. And I wonder where they're coming from. And I like making peach pies. I like making peach pies in the summer. Peach pies and cobblers and galettes and
with vanilla ice cream.
And I'm just frustrated.
I mean, it feels like everybody's favorite stuff is like being compromised this year, because I heard
Sriracha is like not out of stock, but like stock is low because of whatever peppers are used to make it. There's like one particular farm that produces it, and they're like, we're just about to make our own sriracha, or something's going on with whoever provides the peppers for sriracha.
I need sriracha too. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I've never actually had it.
You've never had sriracha?
Yeah, I've never had it. I'm a Frank's Red Hot girl, so that's the hot sauce of my choice. I've never seen what the hype was for sriracha.
That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense to me.
Why doesn't it make sense?
Because you live in Chicago with all this great food all around. You don't ever go to any of the Asian.
I do. I just don't use the sriracha. I just use soy sauce.
Do you not like spicy food?
I love spicy food. But usually, like, if I'm getting a spicy dish by people who know how to make spicy dishes, it's already spicy as made. That's been my experience. Like in particular, there's this ramen at Furious Spoon called the Furious Bowl, and it had like some kind of, like, they called it a Furious sauce, and it was spicy. It was so good. But they also had like sriracha and stuff on the table, but like as made, it was spicy enough as is. So I've just never really needed to kick up any of the spicy dishes I've eaten at the places I've selected in Chicago. And if I do, I use my at-home Frank's Hot Red sauce. Like, that's my hot sauce of choice. Don't judge me. Like, I'm not saying sriracha isn't good.
Too late.
I just haven't seen a reason to use it.
Do you not have Asian friends? Maybe that's it.
You know what? I don't.
Because
not ones like, that I hang out with.
My first bottle of sriracha was not purchased by me. It was a Chinese friend who came over to my house.
Yeah, I told you about the last time. I told you about the last time an Asian dude came over my house.
No, what happened?
Did I not tell you? I told you.
No,
okay,
you didn't.
I don't know if this is necessarily a story I want to share on Fatash. Nothing happened.
Okay.
I could have swore I told you.
You did not.
How do I explain this? I thought I was going to hook up with him, but I didn't because the vibes were off. I'm almost certain I told you this story.
No, you didn't.
You over here giggling. Yeah, no, like, yeah, the vibes were the day of. The vibes just weren't it.
How'd you meet him?
We were former coworkers.
Okay.
So, now that I no longer...
Did he ask you out? Was this a date?
No, we were like, the vibes at work were flirty, but it was work. Okay. And I was like, I already had in my mind, I'm not hooking up with nobody from work. And also, he wasn't really what I found physically attractive. He wasn't ugly or anything. Like, he was a cute little dude, but he was short.
Oh, ouch.
Well,
ouch, okay.
He was little. Like, he was shorter than me. But he was cute. He was like, chibi. I don't know how to explain it without it sounding like I'm...
He had a big head?
No. He's a cute dude. It's just didn't do it for me physically. But what I did like about him was like his flirty personality. Like he was smooth with the flirting. It was it worked for me. It's just if he was a little taller and a little more fit, then maybe.
A little more fit too? Are you?
Well, I just want to be able to do that as muscles just once. just once.
Okay, well, I'm warning you. Like, those muscles come at a price.
I know.
You're like, yay, muscles, and then he's like,
I want a firm mattress.
Telling you about like his boiled chicken diet and looking at you sideways because you ordered the fries. Even though, like, just because fries are on the plate or on the table doesn't mean that you have to have them. But I'm now tempting you because I wanted some fucking fries.
I know. I triggered you again. I'm sorry.
Because I'm not a model.
I know. I'm just saying, okay, maybe not full on muscles, but like, you know, a little definition. You know, maybe Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill seems like he's chill about having muscle mass.
I bet you he is not. I bet he has like 100% weird ass diets.
I mean, if depending on the role that he's doing, yeah, but he
Great
cannot
to
wait.
Look at. Horrible today.
He cannot wait till he can just binge out because he's like, I'm finally done with this fucking roll. I can eat all the fucking pizza I want. Anyway,
yeah.
So the vibes with Old Boy was cool, but I feel like I conflated what we had to possibly translate to romantic if not sexual, or sexual if not romantic. But sometimes you can just be flirty fun with a platonic friend, and that's what the vibes ended up being. It was like I really just like vibing with you more as a friend that gets kind of flirty, but it doesn't go beyond that.
What happened?
It's like the Oprah. What's the reason?
Yeah, because something. It sounded to me like there was an event that made you like have
it wasn't even an event. That was the thing. It wasn't even an event. It was like I didn't believe he could do for me what I needed. Your fate. Okay, so as you know, as I have mentioned previously, I am a virgin.
Okay.
And so I need to establish trust with someone that you will be able to take the lead, essentially. Like, I need to trust that you know what you're doing, because I do not. All I know is what I can do for me. So I know what good feels like, but I don't know how that translates to that with a partner. So in our talks, he had said how he'd had a girlfriend and all the stuff that they had done, and not in like a gross way. Like, I had asked him like, oh, what kind of things had you done with your girlfriend, and he divulged that.
Okay, so now that sounds like you're flirting with him, because you're like thinking.
No, we were at that point. We were, because I was entertaining the idea of like, okay, we were flirty at work. I'm no longer working with him. I'm feeling a little randy. Yeah, why not? This could be it for me. Ashley might actually lose her virginity. But yeah, he gets there and like the vibes were just not flirty. It just and
was he nervous?
No, I think it was more so me. I think I was probably more the nervous one, and he didn't really help in diffusing those nerves. I did kiss him though. That was my first kiss at the age of 30. That was my first kiss.
That was you've never kissed a dude before?
Nope.
Did you kiss him or did he kiss you?
He kissed me.
Okay. Did you like it?
I didn't not like it. It was just weird. I didn't really care for the sensation. I was like, okay, this isn't bad. Like, I was worried it would just be like too much tongue and just slobber and just like, because I've heard horror stories from my friends who are more experienced than me. That was like, oh, he was a horrible kisser. He was a good kisser. There was no spark. So it was just going through the motions of that.
Did he know it was your first kiss?
I don't remember.
Oh.
I don't remember. But yeah, and then like he tried touching me, but like it
But you didn't.
I was drier than my DMs. Okay, it was not doing anything for me. No, just like, okay, you remember you said how sometimes dudes will just grab at your boob out of nowhere. You're like, y'all just watching TV and he'll just grab your boob.
Yeah,
that's basically what he tried to do to my clit, and that was not it. You don't just.
Oh no, not without an invitation. Like no.
That was it. Just you just
no.
The tap needs time to start up. You know, like how in the winter, if you haven't turned the tap on in a while, and then the pipes are like struggling.
Yeah, making all those noises, and the water is like not. You shouldn't drink that.
Yeah, it's kind of like that without the noise and the weird discoloration. It's just like it's not going to be an instant spout like it normally would be in warmer weather.
What are you doing?
And basically, that was like, yeah, stop. Like, I just took his hand out my underwear. It's like, stop. That's not it, bro.
That's
not it.
Well,
but
also, that's like moving really fast to go from like kissing to like.
And it wasn't even like I'm kissing, and as I'm kissing you, I'm gonna try to touch you. It was like we had stopped kissing, and we were just sitting on the couch watching TV, and it's like, I'm gonna put my hand in your pants. And I'm like, you aren't setting the mood, my guy. Like, this ain't it. It just.
Yeah, I can see how that would be awkward for you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry that happened. That's not supposed to go like that. But
but it was like, it could have been worse.
Yeah.
And like I said, because he at the very least had established that trust to even get him to that point with me where I invited him to try.
Yeah.
That is farther than most guys have gotten.
Okay.
And I haven't talked to him much since then, but that's
I bet that was awkward for both of you, because
but like afterward, like he still hung out for like another hour or so. We were just watching TV and stuff like that, and eating pizza and stuff. So it was like, it was still chill. Like, it was awkward, but like, at least for me, it wasn't in the way where I was like, I am never talking to this guy again. I'm going to block him. It was just like, nah, bro. It looks like you gotta stay in the friend zone. It's only platonic with us. Like, it's not doing enough for me. So I say all that to say that was the only Asian dude I'd had in my house, and he did not bring sriracha. And he didn't bring sriracha. The only other like Asian adjacent I would have to like having sriracha, I would say, is my friend Elgin. He's not Asian, but he hangs out with a lot of Asian folks.
Oh, okay.
So I think he probably has sriracha on deck. I've never been to his house though.
Right.
He's been in my house, but he's usually doing some tech stuff when he's over, so he's not bringing food.
Yeah. Oh man.
You still stuck on the fact that my not first experience was so lackluster.
No. That was just a lot of information, because like I didn't know that you had your first kiss at 30. Like that.
Yeah. And so does the one person who's probably watching it, which might be Turhan, my friend. Hey Turhan, how you doing? Yeah, most people don't know that.
Yeah.
I find it amusing when people find out just how inexperienced I am.
So you didn't like date or like even like slightly hook up in high school?
No. Nope. Yeah. Nope. I didn't even have a date for either of my proms.
I didn't have a date for. Yeah. I only went to my one prom, and I didn't have a date.
Yeah, but I went with my friends. Like, it's not.
And
like
I did get asked out to my second prom, even though I didn't.
Never been asked out.
I got asked by a gay guy, and he just thought that a gay Asian guy who thought that we would be cute together.
He wanted you to be his beard.
And now I regret not going with him, because he was right. He was cute, and I was cute, and we would have been cute together.
His pictures would have been amazing.
I know.
Yeah.
I should have taken him to my prom.
Yeah, that would have been fun. Like, it don't have to be romantic. Like I said, I'd never been asked out. I did ask a dude out. I think he said no. Did I ask him out? Or my mom was like, you should ask him out. I'm like, prom is literally like in 5 days. That is too short a notice for a guy who don't even go to my school. I don't want to talk about him. Okay. Like, no, like, it's not, like, hugely traumatic or anything, but it's like, ugh.
Oh, and I did have a boyfriend in high school, but we broke up before I went to my junior prom.
Oh my gosh, that happened to my brother. They broke up before senior prom.
And before my senior prom, he had already, like, graduated because he was older. So that was...
Damn. That's why he broke up. Yeah. He was trying to get them college girls.
No, I broke up with him. I broke up with him before prom because I just didn't want to be in that relationship anymore.
Oh, shit,
I've been thinking about
comments? It. Oh, crap.
Oh, there are
Jesus
comments?
Christ. We do this
let me see.
God damn it.
Why? Do you regret telling those stories now?
No, I mean, I regret always not seeing people when they're in the fucking comments. Who Cerebral Tyrannus, who is... That's you, Chahan. You just wanted some alone time with Poppy O'Hara.
Yeah.
I did. God damn it, we're so bad at this. Mike, why weren't you watching?
A bookstore.
I hate...
Yeah.
God damn... Okay, I think that was Chahan. Hi! Oh my god. God damn it, you and your villain.
Is he even still there?
He's not there! What's the point of having Mike as a producer and he's not even watching? Oh my god. Look at this. $23.
Wow.
Oh look! It's our French friend. Bonjour. Oh, look, he caught us again. He's at like the tail end. I don't know if you've heard all of our stories. Jeez. Or my stories. Good lord. But going through everybody else's or Turhan's post.
Not little.
What I was talking about. My friend, yes. They call him Chibi. He called him a little Funko. my little Funko hookup, yes. Oh god. Oh, so
we are finally
mystery.
Seeing that we are so neglectful. Also, I can't see any of it.
Only just got in. Only me and Mike can see it, and Mike was not paying attention.
Yeah, relayed nothing to me.
Oh
That's
my gosh!
right.
Come on, Mike!
Mystery
Come on, Mike!
sauce.
Show him the closet like you. Right. I mean, yeah, he probably could have. My short king. Like, again, this is not a knock on him. Like,
would you date a short man again, like shorter than you?
I mean, we didn't even date, but
okay. Well, I'm in my mind, it's like dating because it is because Mike and I had a friend. God, I'm blanking on his name, but like we were having a debate about what a date is, and he said a date is when you get to touch cookies. And since he touched your cookie, that was a date.
That dry ass cookie.
He touched it and it crumbled.
Okay. Okay, but does it count if I didn't touch the cookie back?
No. If you let him touch the cookie.
If one person has touched the cookie, it counts
because they grabbed at it.
Okay, so what does dinner dates count as? Is that not a date, or is it a dinner date?
It's not a date unless he gets to touch cookies at the end of the night. If you didn't let him touch the cookie, that was dinner.
Oh,
it was not a date.
Jesus Christ. No, it's too late now, Mike. We already did it. Yep. We ran through all those comments. Yeah, I can't read your lips, but I know you're probably saying something.
Ashley had a date and it didn't go well.
I think I told Mike this story. I don't.
That was a date. So, would you date another short man, shorter than you?
If he could, if he could set the mood in a way that actually like makes me want to see him in that way. Because, like, again, most people I consider short. I mean, I'm only like, what, 5'5.5". Mike is tall. Steve is tall. Steve is, like, freakishly tall to me. Like, it freaks me out every time I see Steve in person because I forget how fucking tall he is. I think he's as tall as Mike. Is Steve as tall as you or taller? Yeah, I'm 5'5.5". How tall are you, Fatima?
I'm 5'4.5".
Okay, so yeah. Mike
5'5" with my hair like this, according to my doctors, because they can't press it like all the way down, and so I got another half an inch off of my natural hair.
But I want to say Steve is probably about as tall as Mike. Either way, so if you're my height, I low-key consider you short because that's my height in flats. So 2 inches, and I'm almost 6 foot. And my brothers are like 5'9", if not 6 foot. So like, oh, he says your natural hair is fire.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah, you gotta be at least 5'9" for me to notice you, or have a very nice voice. Because there's a guy in my office who has a really nice voice. He's probably about my height. I really like his voice.
Are you gonna?
I don't know if I will ever tell him that.
Please do not like string him along.
Oh no! Wait, where's my finger?
Because you like that.
No,
but,
let me
like,
get my
never
finger.
meet up with him in person.
First of all, as I have said, I don't deal with people I work with, even though there have been
But you're not
instances...
gonna be working there forever. Like,
I hope I do. I hope I do. This job has no. This job has really good benefits. Don't put that out there. I would love to be
take it back.
one of the employees who have been there for like 30 years and are like now retiring. Like, there's a lot of people in upper management in positions that are like, okay, it's been 40 years here. It's been great. I'm now moving on to something else, or I'm retiring. Like, I would like to have a long tenure with this office. And I'm not even saying that like dating in the office would be frowned upon, because one of the producers actually ended up marrying the dude from the IT department, and they were working together in the office, and he's only recently leaving for another job opportunity. So they have no problems with people dating in the office.
Which is good, because where the hell are you supposed to meet people?
Right. And as long as
you graduate from college,
keep it professional, don't have no issues with HR. We're all adults kind of thing. Right. And it wasn't like someone was in a position of power over somebody else. It was the IT department and a producer. It was like, she has no control over the IT department, and I mean, the IT department could completely destroy us if they have a bad day, but they don't. So that's the only power vacuum there. But anyway, he's engaged, so that's a moot point anyway. But I just really like his voice. I will probably never tell him that unless I am drunk, and even then, probably not.
Do you ever pretend like you didn't hear what he was saying?
No.
So that he can say it again?
No, I'm not that thirsty, but I do. I will shut up when he's talking, so I will not interrupt him.
So you would date a short man if he had a nice voice?
Probably.
So,
and like I said,
like original sin was not the being short.
not us calling him Funko Pop.
Oh, okay. Mr. Zoss has a question.
Yes.
What is your favorite type of accent?
I do like a nice Southern accent. I do like a nice Southern United States.
Frenchman sounds sexy.
Yeah. I wanted to start home first. So like North American wise, the Southern accent, like Texan in that area. Maybe New York.
I don't like it when people pronounce the word water like it has a D in it.
Oh God! Look, sometimes I catch myself doing that because I'm from the East Coast. So sometimes when I'm around my family from the East Coast, it'll like water will become water. They also say instead of hot dog, it is Doug. If for whatever reason my dad calls a sink a zinc, he uses a Z.
Oh.
And I'm like, Daddy, you wash your hands at a sink. A zinc is a mineral. Like, what the hell, Daddy? Hard twang or magnolia moonlight drawl. Ooh. I kind of like both.
I kind of like neither.
It depends on the voice. Like, you gotta have a deep voice. Like think Twilight. Like, everybody in Twilight was from the South.
I've never seen Twilight.
Ooh, girl, you gotta watch it. Well, no, you don't have to, but like, just for reference sake.
I tried, and I love vampire shit, but I've never. My mother was very much into it. She watched all of it.
Please do not choose English over French. Look, I do like a good Cockney accent. I don't know. Like, would I call it sexy though? I don't know.
They sound smart.
They do. Honestly, I wish I had like a British, a nice posh British accent. Get me a water bottle.
French does sound sexier.
I honestly haven't heard French too often to really be like.
I've met French people, and they do sound amazing. The reputation is well deserved.
It's like the words are just so hard for me to differentiate, though. It's like I need you to have a deep voice for it to sound good. Like, I don't know what you said, but it sounds sexy.
That's how they get you.
Oh, Italian is good. Italian is good. Yeah. So just because I haven't heard French too often, I would put Italian above French and a nice Southern accent over French too. I'm sorry, Mystery. I just have not had much experience.
I like French, but but Spanish also sounds good.
Yes, like it is Italian
over French, and I'm sorry.
Italian and Spanish are like similar, so it's like, especially too. I've seen Across the Spider-Verse 3 times. I've seen Across the Spider-Verse 3 times just for Miguel O'Hara, just to hear Oscar Isaac occasionally speak Spanish.
Well, Mike is telling us we can
go. Sorry. On
but
that note,
join us again. It was so nice to have Mystery Sauce back.
Yes.
And to have our new friend. What's his name?
His Twitch is Cerebral Tyrannus, but I call him Turhan. Thanks for checking in, Turhan. I'm gonna be on Blurred Dot next, so Mystery, if you want to turn into Blurred Dot, I'll be there. But Fatima has to go play golf and bake pies as she does.
Yes, and mess around in the garden and all that stuff. So.
Yes. But again, I've been Ash.
And I've been Fatima.
And this has been Fatash. Bye.
Goodbye.